Every time he checked into a hotel room, the old man uses a razor to shave off all his body hair. Then he rinses his entire body clean with disinfectant. Finally, he even uses a layer of thick plastic sheeting to cover the entire room, leaving no gaps whatsoever. That's because the old man is a professional corpse cleaner who's disposed of over 100 bodies. He does this to ensure he doesn't leave any trace of himself in the room. Once everything's ready, he takes out various body disposal tools from his case and waits for the next client to arrive. At this moment, this client is still alive, testifying in court against a South American drug lord. But a juror suddenly has a heart attack. To maintain order in the courtroom, the judge has to call a temporary recess. As the key witness, the man is escorted by FBI agents to a holding room, but this costs him his life. The moment he enters, he discovers the real agents are already dead. These two imposters are hitmen sent by the drug lord. Soon, the witness's body is delivered to the old man. Before each job, he takes photos of the deceased to keep as trophies. Then comes the easiest part, disposing of the body. He doesn't need to cut the corpse into pieces and throw it away. He just drags it into the bathtub and dissolves it with chemicals, leaving no clues for the police. When court reconvenes, the FBI agents finally realize something's wrong, but it's already too late. Right now, the most important thing is catching the killer. Hours later, the agents finally track down those two men. Surveillance footage shows them carrying a large black bag into a motel, but the room is empty. They only find a few hairs, and they're dog hairs. Turns out every time he works, the killer brings along a cute little dog, disguising himself as a kindly old man. That way, when he checks in, the front desk won't suspect anything. Just as Agent Liz is puzzled, her phone suddenly rings. It's Red, the FBI's special criminal consultant, calling.
Tape residue on the walls?
How do you know that?
Look in the tub. Run your fingers around the drain. What do you smell?
Chemicals?
The stew maker is in town.
Red then provides detailed information about the stew maker. The man used to be a top chemist, so dissolving a corpse is easy for him. Besides taking photos as mementos, he also likes collecting the victim's teeth. This guy hides extremely well. Even Red, who's dealt with major criminal organizations for years, doesn't know his whereabouts. But the agents aren't without options. Liz finds the imprisoned drug lord. He must be the stew maker's employer. However, the drug lord isn't stupid either. If he provides the stew maker's contact information, he'll be charged with another count of murdering a witness. With no other choice, Liz can only take him to the NSA, where they have more interrogation methods to make him suffer a bit. Unexpectedly, the drug lord's men attack their plane. Then several criminals drive in, open fire, and kill all the agents on site. Liz can't help because she's caught in the explosion. In the end, the criminals not only easily rescue the drug lord, but also kidnap Liz. What's worse, the drug lord immediately hands Liz over to the stew maker. This is the stew maker's first time dealing with a living person, so it's quite a challenge for him. Meanwhile, the agents come up with a way to rescue Liz. Red plans to personally visit the drug lord. He used to be the FBI's most wanted criminal. Criminals recognize him. To return to Washington, he agreed to help the FBI catch criminals. But unexpectedly, the moment he meets the drug lord, he betrays the agent with him.
This is Special Agent Donald Ressler of the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
It must be open season on the FBI. I like it.
He insisted, dying to meet you.
But the agent's quick thinking comes through. He immediately comes up with a response.
Hey, Red got a new ID. New passport. Established Interpol data background. New history, false prints. That's all me. I'm not the guy you killed, Hector. I'm the guy you pay.
Through this brilliant performance, the two gain the drug lord's trust. Then Red arranges a private jet to Venezuela for the drug lord. But in exchange, the drug lord needs to provide the stew maker's whereabouts. To escape FBI pursuit, the drug lord has to agree. Using the information the drug lord provided, the agents quickly find the stew maker's address. But only his family is home. There's no sign of the stew maker, and the dog isn't there either. Red determines that wherever the dog is, the stew maker must be there too. So he impersonates the stew maker and calls animal control. He says he's lost both his dog and his phone, and the dog's tracking code is in the phone. He hopes they can reset a new tracking code to find the dog's location. At this moment, Liz has reached her most critical point. The stew maker gives her an injection of sedative. This way, she won't resist while being dissolved, but she'll still feel the pain. As usual, after completing all the preparations, the stew maker takes out his camera again and snaps a commemorative photo. But Liz is no longer afraid at this point because Red has already found this place. As for the dog, just give it a steak and it won't bark anymore. Next, Red uses the stew maker's own body disposal method to deal with the stew maker. Before the FBI agents arrive, he throws him directly into the bathtub full of corrosive chemicals. This also indirectly avenges those dead victims.